Alright, goblins and ghouls. Welcome to Crazy Fan Theories number 1, Jaws. Okay, theory number 1. Brody and Hooper are actually gay. So, can heterosexual men actually get along extremely well in a purely platonic friendship? Some say yes, but let's face it. Brody and Hooper are extremely close as they swim home after defeating the shark. An act which gave them the courage necessary to be who they really are. Brody even says, "I think the tide is with us." Now what does that mean? He says that on their way home, where he'll surely have to explain some things to his wife. The Scar Story exchange scene only boosts this case, as they obviously got to check each other out quite extensively while sharing macho stories about their malehood. Basically, if they weren't at all gay before, they would have been surely gay after that moment. In fact, one wouldn't be surprised to learn of a deleted scene featuring an orgy. Wink wink. Alright, so here's theory number 2. The Jaws shark is descended from one or more of the sharks who attacked the USS Indianapolis. Or maybe it's a ghostly aggregate of them or whatever. Either way, let's just say the shark is a ghost. So why is the shark in Jaws so aggressive? A nuclear disaster that rendered it a mutant with mutant rage and powers? Is it possessed by demons? Is it hungry all the time? Maybe it just doesn't like people. It's a misanthrope. Well, all of these things might be true and probably are, but hey, Jaws the movie gave us the USS Indianapolis story, and we're not buying that it's not some sort of origin story for the shark that's attacking them and Amity Island. Alright, theory number 3. Jaws symbolizes the Nazi death machine. Now this is obviously a touchy subject, but hey, let's be honest here. It's a fan theory just crazy enough to exist. Steven Spielberg did, after all, direct Schindler's List. The shark went around attacking people rather systematically, did it not? Well, who else did that? Sure, Jaws doesn't wear a swastika armband or have a funny-looking mustache, but it does seem to pursue a damn near genocidal agenda against Amity Island. Yeah, Jaws is pretty much a Nazi. Sure, we don't exactly know his motives or the identities of everyone it attacks, but keep in mind that Hitler also targeted political opponents and didn't exactly know the identities of everyone he attacked either. In addition to his concepts of racial purity, he went after anyone who disagreed with him. Well, how many people on Amity Island agreed with that friggin' shark? Probably very few. In this case, the Finn Führer might have wanted all humans removed from Amity Island. Ben Gardner's boat was like the shark's feeble attempt at a Nazi death camp. Never again, Jaws. Never again. Alright? We've had enough of this Nazi crap in this world, and we don't need sharks getting in on the act. Alright? So here's theory number 4. The naked chick near the film's opening is intended to appeal to prurient interests. Chrissy is her name. Getting nudely attacked by sharks is her game. Glub, glub, baby. This crazy fan theory is a little bit sexist, of course, as it assumes a woman could only disrobe and swim out to sea as a sexual thing to appeal to the male gaze. Still, it's one of those crazy theories, and we have to include it on this list, because if we don't, we're not doing our due diligence to find all kinds of theories out there. So, yeah. Here's theory number 5. The shark's barrels represent alcoholism. When you think of barrels, don't you think of large barrels of booze? Pair this with the scene with the 3 drunkards exchanging scar stories on that boat, and what do you have? A stern warning against alcohol. Jaws is able to bring the barrels underwater with him, suggesting its experience with the barrels is one of being in control. By the end of the film, however, Hooper and Brody are able to just barely stay afloat on the booze symbolizing barrels, suggesting a pathetic dependency on them. Sure, they might seem like they've got skills. So that might be a little bit of a hole in the theory, but at the same time, obviously, it is true that they're clinging to those barrels rather tightly, and the symbolism is strong. It seems to be the only thing really keeping them alive, which is one of the starkest realizations of the movie. So yeah, Jaws is actually a warning against alcoholism. So, now we're on to theory number 6, where Jaws is a Skynet cyborg super predator. Possibly the most plausible theory on this list, there's plenty of evidence to suggest Jaws was actually a Skynet cyborg. Jaws is actually looking for John and or Sarah Connor in the main way it knows how, well, in shark form, attacking anyone who gets near it. This is very similar to how the Terminator, stupidly in the first movie, just goes through a phone book looking up names that match Sarah Connor. Is this really so different for the shark to just go on, tasting every human it can get its dumb little shark mouth around? No, I don't think it's that much of a stretch. Obviously, this was an advanced prototype at best, and it seemed to lack the ability to freely seek and target people on land. Still, this is a Terminator shark you wouldn't want to mess with. As an extra hint, both Jaws and the first Terminator feature have explosion scenes and fire. Is that a coincidence? What, are you high? No, here's what it is. There's no fate but what you make, which is why you'll never go in the water again. So, that about wraps things up. Do you have a crazy fan theory about Jaws? Would you like me to make another one of these videos about some other stupid movie? Well, feel free to share that in the comments, alright? And if you don't, well, whatever, I don't give a shit. Alright, here we go. Ending the video now.